Hi friends, welcome to all. In this video, we are going to discuss CCNA version 7 packet tracer activity, implement a small network. Before coming to this activity, friends, if you are watching our channel first time or if you like to get this type of technical videos in future, consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to enable that bell icon near the subscribe button so that you will get notification message whenever we upload a new video. And if you like to get more technical contents or if you like to contact our team for any help, you can visit our website. Link you will get from the description below. Now back to our packet tracer activity. Here we can see our addressing table with devices, its interfaces and their addresses. Also we can see subnet mask and the default gateway. Here we can see the objectives. In part 1, we will create the network topology. Then in part 2, we will configure devices and verify connectivity. Coming to the instructions, in part 1, create the network topology. Step 1, obtain the required devices. Click the network devices icon in the bottom toolbar, then click the router icon in the submenu. Then locate the 1941 router icon. Click and drag the icon for the 1941 router in the topology area. Here we don't have any built-in topology. We are going to create this topology now. So we have to go to this network devices. Here we can see that network devices. Coming to routers. Here we are going to select this 1941 router. Here we can see that. After that, click the switch entry in the submenu. Then locate the 2960 switch icon. Click and drag the icon for the 2960 switch into the topology area. And we have to repeat the step above so that there are two 2960 switches in the topology area. Yes, we can do that. So here we can see our switches. And here we can see 2960 series. We will have two switches. Next is click the empty devices icon, then locate the PC icon. Drag two PCs to the topology area. Arrange the devices into a layout that you can work with by clicking and dragging. Okay, now we will add these empty devices. Coming to empty devices, and here we can see empty devices, PC. So we will keep two PCs here. Just we will arrange these devices. Now in step 2, name the devices. The devices have default names that you will need to change. You will name the devices as shown in the addressing table. You are changing the display names of the devices. This is the text label that appears below each device. Your display names must match the information in the addressing table exactly. If a display name does not match, you will not be scored for your device configuration. Coming to our topology, here we can see the default names for these devices: router 0, switch 0, switch 1, PC 0 and PC 1. We will rename these devices names as per our addressing table. We can give any names for these network devices, but for a scoring purpose we have to give the names as per our addressing table. Here we can see router, it's RTA. We will rename that to RTA. Okay, and here we can see it's a SW1 and SW2. Here is SW2. Next is entity devices, PC-1 and PC-2. We will do that. PC-1 and this is a PC-2. Click the device display name that is below the device icon. A text field should appear with a flashing insertion point. If the configuration window for the device appears, close it and try again, clicking a little further away from the device icon. Yes, we already done that. When we click on this device, we will get the configuration window. Now, for example, exactly we have to click on this text, not on this device. When we click on this device, we will get the configuration window. We have to click on this text so that we can see this text field and we can rename this device. Replace the current display name with the appropriate display name from the addressing table. Then repeat until all devices are named. So here all our devices are renamed. Coming to step 3, connect the devices. Click the orange lightning bolt connections icon in the bottom toolbar. Then locate the copper straight through cable icon. It looks like a solid black diagonal line. Yes, we will see that. Then to connect the device, click the copper straight through cable icon and then click the first device that you want to connect. Then select the correct port and then click the second device. Select the correct port and the devices will be connected. Connect the devices as specified in the table below. Yes, so here we can see the table where we have to connect the devices. Coming to RTA, we can see port gigabit Ethernet 0/0. We have to connect to SW1. It's port gigabit Ethernet 0/1. I think we will do it right now. First of all, we will go to connections. Coming to our packet tracer, here we can see connections, and here we can see copper straight through. We will click on this copper straight through cable. Then first of all, we will go to RTA. Then we will connect to gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Then we have to go to SW1. Okay, we will click on SW1 and we will connect to gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Okay, here we can see that. Okay, now again we will click on this copper straight through. Here to avoid this repeated click on this copper straight through, we can press the button control and then we can click on this copper straight through, so that we can connect multiple devices without selecting this copper straight through cable again and again. Okay, now we will go to RTA gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Here we can see gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Okay, then the other end on SW2 to the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Here we can see that. Now from SW1 fast Ethernet 0/1 to PC-1, we have to connect to fast Ethernet 0. Click on SW1 fast Ethernet 0/1, then to PC-1. From SW2 fast Ethernet 0/1 to the device PC-2. Fast Ethernet 0/1 to our PC-2. Here we can see still we are in connections, so we can press escape. Now we will go to part 2, configure devices. Record the PC addressing and the gateway addresses in the addressing table. You can use any available address in the network for PC-1 and PC-2. Coming to our addressing table, here we can see these devices PC-1 and PC-2 are not assigned with any IP address or the default gateway. So we can assign any IP address for these devices. Here we can see this device RTA, two interfaces, and we can see the network address here. or the IP address of this interface. It's a 10.10.10.1 and 10.10.20.1. Now coming to our topology, here we can see these two devices, that is SW1 and PC-1 is connected to the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 in this router RTA, and here we can see the IP address for this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. It's a 10.10.10.1. So we can assign any IP address from this network range to this PC-1. Here we can see they used 10.1 and 10.2 for the device SW1. So we will assign the IP address 10.10.10.10 for this PC-1. And here the default gateway will be the IP address of this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 in this router RTA. We can copy this address. Also the same default gateway for this switch SW1. Again, back to our topology, here we can see these devices PC-2 and SW2 is connected to the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 in this router RTA. Hence, we can assign an IP address, an unused IP address for this device PC-2 from this network. Coming to our spreadsheet, here we can see 10.10.20.1 is used for this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 in this router RTA, and 10.10.20.2 is assigned for SW2. Here for this PC-2 we will use 20.10. Now it's a default gateway, the IP address of this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Also, we can assign a default gateway for this SW2. The IP address of this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Now our addressing table is complete. Coming to step 1, configure the router. Configure basic settings. Hostname as shown in the addressing table. Okay, we will do this configuration on this router RTA. Coming to RTA CLI, enable configure terminal. We will set the host name, it's RTA. Next is configure a Cisco ENPA55 as the encrypted password. We will copy this password. Coming to RTA, here we have to enable a secret as specified. Then configure Cisco line PA55 as the password on the lines. We will copy this password. We can configure line console as well as a line VTY. So first of all, we will go to line console, it's 0. Then we will set the password. Okay. Then we will give the command login. Exit, and then we'll go to line VTY for all the lines from 0 to 15. We will set the password. It's here. Then login. Next is all lines should accept connections. Yes, we given for all the lines from 0 to 15. Now configure an appropriate message of the day banner. Okay, we can set that. For that we have to go to a global configuration mode. We will exit from this line mode, and here we will set the banner MOTD. We will start with the delimiter. Then we will give the message unauthorized access. is strictly prohibited. Also, we will end with the same delimiter, then enter. Next is configure interface settings like addressing, then a descriptions on the interfaces, and finally save your configuration. Okay, we can do that. So first of all, we will get the IP address of the interface, gigabit Ethernet 0/0. It's here, and here we can see it's submit to mask. Now coming to our RTA, we will go to that interface, so that is gigabit Ethernet 0/0. We can set its description also. It's SW1 LAN. Then we will set its IP address with the submit to mask. Also, we will bring this interface up using no shutdown command. Now we will configure the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Here we can see its IP address at 10.10.20.1. Then it's a submit to mask. So here we will exit. Then we will go to that interface, that is gigabit Ethernet 0/1. We will set the description. It's a SW2 LAN. Then coming to its IP address, submit to mask. Then we will give no shutdown command. Now we will save the configuration. For that, we have to go to privileged exec mode. We can press Ctrl Z, or we can give the command end. We will press Ctrl Z from the keyboard. Copy running config, startup config. Destination file name, we will give a default file name, startup-config. So just press enter. Okay, now coming to step 2, configure a switch SW1 and SW2. Configure the default management interface so that it will accept connections over the network from local and remote host. Use the values in the addressing table. Okay, we will do the configuration. We will close this RTA and then coming to SW1. We will see its IP address. Here SW1 VLAN 1, here we can see its IP address at 10.10.10.2 and it's a submit to mask. Press enter, enable, configure terminal. We will go to the interface VLAN 1 and we will set its IP address. It's a 10.10.10.2. Then it's a submit to mask. Then no shutdown command. And also we have to configure its a default gateway. Here we can see it's a default gateway address at 10.10.10.1. Coming to S1 again, we have to exit. Here we have to set the IP default gateway 10.10.10.1. Now we will go to SW2 CLI. We have to set this IP address at 10.10.20.2 for this interface VLAN 1 with the default gateway address at 10.10.20.1. Enter, enable, configure terminal. We will go to the interface VLAN 1 and we will give its IP address. It's here. It's 20.2. Okay. Then it's a submit to mask. No shutdown command. Then we will exit. We will set the IP default gateway 10.10.20.1. Next is configure an encrypted password using the value in step 1A above. Okay, we have to set this encrypted password as Cisco ENPA55. Okay, we can do that. First of all, we will do it on this SW2. Enable a secret, it's here. Okay, then coming to SW1, in this global configuration mode, enable secret specified password. Next is configure all lines to accept connections using the password from step 1A above. Okay, here we can see line password. We will copy that. Coming to SW1, first of all, we will configure a line console. We have to go to line console 0. Then we will set the password as specified. Okay, then login command. Now we will exit and we will go to line VTY. For all the lines from 0 to 15, we will set the password. Then login. Now we will go to SW2. We will go to line console 0. Password is here. Login. Exit and then go to line VTY for all the lines, that is from 0 to 15. Then the password. Login. Next is configure the switches so that they can send data to host on remote networks. Then save your configuration. Yes, and now we have to save our configuration. Coming to SW1, we will go to a privileged exit mode. We will press Ctrl Z. Copy running config, startup config. Okay, then coming to SW2, end. Copy running config, startup config. Coming to the last step, configure the host. Configure addressing on the host. If your configurations are complete, you should be able to ping all devices in the topology. So coming to our addressing table, here we can see the IP address we assigned for PC-1 and PC-2. So we will configure these IP addresses in these devices. Coming to PC-1, IP configuration, here we will give the IP address. It's a 10.10.10.10. Then it's a subnet mask. Then it's a default gateway. It's a 10.1. Okay. Now coming to PC-2 IP configuration. It's a 20.10. Then we have to change this subnet mask. And it's a default gateway. Now we will ping from PC1 to PC2, or even we can ping to these switches or to its default gateway. First of all, we will ping to PC-2 from PC-1. We will go to command prompt, ping to 10.10.20.10, and we are waiting for the replies. Yes, it's working. Now we can ping to its default gateway 10.10.20.1, the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. It's working. Even we can ping to this network default gateway, that is 10.1. it's working. Even we can try to ping to our switches. 10.2, we may get one or two request timed out. Yes, it's working. Now we will ping to SW2. It's 20.2. Again a request timed out. No, it's working. Yes, here we can see that. Okay, in this video we discussed the packet tracer activity, implement a small network, and here we can see its completion status. It's 100%. Now dear friends, if you have any doubt, any suggestions regarding this video, please comment below. Also, if you like our video, give a thumb and share with all your friends. And don't forget to visit our website. Stay tuned and we will meet again with the next video. Thank you.